For decades, the public message about what women want has been a soft, easy fantasy. It's been sold as equality, emotional support, shared chores, and finding a partner who is secure enough to be vulnerable. This is the illusion of desire. It's the language of dating apps and self-help columns. But the hard, cold reality of what women actually choose and what they actively reject tells a completely different story. What women really want today is something far older, far more demanding, and completely centered on resource concentration. The shock is that modern female desire has not evolved towards emotional complexity. It has regressed towards pure, primal, transactional efficiency. They want maximum stability, maximum provision, and maximum control, all packaged with minimal compromise or commitment on their part. The ideal partner is not a best friend or an equal co-pilot. He is a high-utility resource vehicle capable of delivering a specific, luxury lifestyle and emotional safety buffer, while remaining emotionally distant enough not to be demanding. The average man today is trapped because he believes the illusion. He tries to be the nice guy, the emotionally available listener, or the co-parent. He meets all the stated demands but is consistently rejected. Why? Because these are the stated demands, not the real demands. The real demand is for unearned luxury and total safety. The man who delivers the groceries and cleans the kitchen is not seen as attractive. He is seen as replaceable because he lacks power scarcity. This massive gap between what is said and what is chosen is the central crisis of modern dating. Women say they want softness, but they choose hard, undeniable power and resource protection. The core uncomfortable truth is this: what modern women really want is a man who is the direct opposite of the average man. They want the concentration of all desirable traits and resources into one single, powerful vehicle. This is the shock. They don't want equality. They want total superiority in the man they choose. This desire is driven by two main factors: hypergamy and modern choice overflow. In the digital age, women are constantly exposed to the top 1% of male success. Their standard is no longer based on the men in their immediate vicinity. It's based on the most successful men on earth. This choice overflow makes the average good man seem insufficient and uninteresting. They are constantly holding their partner up against an impossible global standard. The primary object of desire is the concentrated resource man, the one who holds the power to provide extreme financial security, high social status, and powerful personal boundaries. The man who is truly successful is the one who is scarce. And scarcity is the ultimate engine of attraction. Women are willing to tolerate less emotional warmth, less availability, and less commitment from this high-value man because the security he offers overrides all other concerns. If you are ready to identify these brutal truths about female desire and arm yourself with the knowledge to navigate this competitive landscape, then take a second right now to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Join the Psyche Lens community for more intense, unfiltered insights into the human condition. The modern female desire operates on a cynical two-part system that causes massive confusion for men. This system ensures high emotional output with low commitment risk. Part 1, the provider trap. They want the man to be the ultimate provider and stability generator. He must have high status, high income, and a clear path to future wealth. This is the material requirement, and it is non-negotiable. This man is attractive because he solves the ultimate problem: financial anxiety. The man who solves this problem is the man who gets access. Part 2, the emotional release valve. Once the material requirement is met, the woman demands that the man also provide the emotional release valve, the stability, the listening, and the vulnerability. However, if a man is only the emotional release valve, i.e., if he lacks the provision, he is instantly categorized as a low-value friend or a placeholder. He is desirable only as long as he is useful for emotional output, but he is never serious relationship material. The confusion for men comes from mistaking the parts. They think if they provide the emotional support, part 2, they will gain access to the serious relationship. They are wrong. Part 1, resource concentration and power, is the key. Part 2 is the reward the high-value man gives when he chooses to. The man who leads with part 2 and lacks part 1 is forever lost in the friend zone, or is the target of endless complaints. The woman's real desire is for the man to be so successful that her own ambition becomes optional. She wants a life where her labor is a choice, not a necessity. This is the ultimate, unstated desire that drives all other choices. The final shock is the cost of this extreme desire. By setting the bar for male competence and resource concentration so impossibly high, Modern women are creating their own isolation crisis. The number of men who can actually meet this concentrated resource standard is statistically tiny, the top 5% or less. This leaves the vast majority of women competing for a very small pool of men, resulting in chaos, serial dating, and chronic loneliness. The high-resource man they chase is often emotionally distant, protective of his time, and unwilling to commit easily because he has endless options. This forces the woman into a role of constant performance and negotiation, sacrificing her own stability for the possibility of having the concentrated resource. She has traded genuine partnership for a high-stakes transactional engagement. The harsh truth revealed by this desire is that security beats love. Women prioritize the stability and lack of anxiety provided by extreme resources over the messy, complex reality of mutual love and compromise with an average man. They would rather chase the 1% and be single than commit to the 50% and accept risk. The man who understands this dynamic wins. He ignores the stated demands, the illusion, and focuses entirely on building scarcity, the reality. He concentrates his resources, protects his boundaries, and prioritizes his purpose. He knows that in the end what women really want is not soft vulnerability, but hard, unassailable competence, and the guaranteed elimination of financial anxiety.